Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today I have a guest. It's Neil Ferrymont. He is a creator and a filmmaker, and he is very passionate about showing other people how to do things. Hi, Neil. So nice for you to come here.
Hello. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor to be on your show. Thank you so much for inviting me today.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Comments already.
Yeah. Yeah.
No problem.
Keys and N are here. Exactly. So, you're a full-time creator by now. Is that correct?
I am. Yeah. I never used to be, but I am now. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And is that a recent development or?
Yeah. So my sort of filmmaking journey, if you like, started a long time ago. When I just started picking up a camera. My first sort of camera was a Canon 7D. Back in the day, I was inspired by a gentleman called Vincent Laforet, who created a film on the 5D Mark II called Reverie. And it just changed the landscape for people, amateur filmmakers, to pick up a DSLR, back in the day, and being able to make something truly cinematic, as we use that term. But it was using prime lenses, using proper digital camera, and you actually got that film look. And it was a really good, inspiring little movie you made. And I think changed the landscape for people who wanted to get into filmmaking. So I saved up, bought myself a 7D because I liked photography, and then just started making little films and things like that. I had an old YouTube channel where myself and my friend did some retro technology type filming, which was a lot of fun a long time ago. And then I just took a break from that, but always was interested in creating video and photography. I'm a musician at heart. I started playing piano when I was 12, 13, so I've always been keen sort of making and creating things. But my career was in IT consultancy. I was a network engineer for 35 years. So last year, I decided to take a break from IT and quit my job and decided to go into semi-retirement. My wife and I decided it was a good time in our lives to be able to do that. And so I took the challenge on to put more energy into making content on YouTube and creating content. I've had my YouTube channel for since 2014 or 15, something like that, but really never gave it much love. And as you know, you've got to care and feed these channels in order for them to do anything. So I got inspired by just watching other people's videos and doing tutorials. And I created a tutorial on Final Cut Pro multicam editing, and that's been my most successful video to date for whatever reason. Watch it. And then I found Ecamm and thought about getting into live streaming, and the rest is history. But I only started sort of doing work with Ecamm and really pushing the YouTube channel in June of last year.
Wow, okay.
It's been a short sort of transition from network engineer to sort of full-time content creator. Don't do this every day, but I do want to have a little break in things. But that's my main gig now, to do videos, help people out. People pay me sometimes for a couple of hours work and helping them with editing and things. So yeah, it's been fun. I love creating and meeting good people like yourself and being sort of seen to be helping people, and it's great.
That's very inspiring. So from early on, you really wanted to create and were passionate about filmmaking, but then usually the thought goes like, it's just a hobby, and
yes,
have this good paying IT gig is fun as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the problem. Have a family and things like that, so you just can't. I mean, it's nice to follow your dreams if you can, but obviously there's responsibilities and paying things that you have to do, and mortgages and all that kind of horrible stuff that you have to go through. So, but I tried and was successful in my career, and then decided to, can we do this and make a difference? So,
okay, I was distracted and thinking, what is that noise? But it looks to be just the wind.
Oh, that's okay. Nothing going on outside. That's fine. If you need to go.
Just wind. Oh wow! Something Yeah.
Somebody's trying to get in.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's it's been a fun journey so far. Hey, hello.
And Creative
I think that might be
Amplifiers
Mark.
is here. That's
What are you guys doing here? No, I'm just kidding.
one third
Exactly.
of your gig. So
I know. It
one
could
of
be
the
Mark,
other
it could be
tools.
Lisa.
Okay, so nice.
Thank you so much for joining, guys.
Yeah, and I will be on this channel, Creative Amplifiers, 1st of April, I think.
Yes, you're
I don't
booked
know
in.
if you already realized that this is an Easter weekend, but
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay. Are you still going to be able to make it, or we can always change it if,
but
if it's a
yeah,
problem?
I will be there. As long as
Okay.
it's okay for you with Easter going on.
That's fine. We'll have to do an Easter theme then. We'll all have to get dressed up as Easter bunnies.
Oh,
so something like
do
that.
I need to get ears or something?
If you want to bring ears, you can bring ears. It's not a problem. I wouldn't mind seeing that actually. That'd be
but
fun.
it's
to
not
see
the
that.
requirement. Okay. Yeah,
No,
very
no,
good.
no. It's not a prerequisite.
Okay, but what gave you the courage to say, okay, now I really want to go in the creating game?
Well, I think it was just I'd been in my job for over 15 and a half years. And very nice. I can fancy a nice I'll bring the eggs. It's an Easter egg hunt. I've been in the job for 15 years. I've been doing I've been in the same line of work for 35 years. So yes, I am that old. So it felt like at the right time, having moved to Portugal 5 years previous. My wife and I just was thinking, well, we can keep working, then we can retire at whatever, 65, but then we might not be able to enjoy ourselves. We don't know what kind of health we're going to be in and anything. So we were trying to see if we could do our retirement in reverse, as we called it. So we just decided to see if we could take a break. I mean, we still have to do some work. It's not as if we can't, we're not living the life of luxury without working, but it's not as stressful or as difficult as we anticipated it to be. And with living in Portugal, it's a bit of a different lifestyle, and it's not as expensive and things like that.
And
So
a bit
we thought this is a nice
mostly,
time.
I guess.
And warmer mostly, yes. Definitely warmer than the UK, but I think anywhere is.
Less rainy.
Less rainy, yeah. Although in the north it can get quite rainy, but
Okay.
where we are, we're in the middle, so it's not too bad. So yeah, it was just a thing that, and the company I was working for, they were making many changes, many redundancies, and I thought, well, maybe this is my time. This is a sign. Maybe it's time to hang up the IT coat for now and go and pursue something that we want. So there.
Yeah.
That was the plan. That was the plan.
And your wife then also did change careers at the same time?
Yeah. So she was similar to me. She was a network engineer too, and worked in many projects, many customers over the years, and then just decided that she's very creative too. She likes painting, creative writing, and now she's doing things around energy healing, Reiki, and things like that. So completely different. We're both completely changed career and tack, and just really wanting to enjoy ourselves and our families, and just being able to do things that we can do at any time, without having to think, oh, I've got to be on a Zoom call tomorrow or things like that,
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
so many
so
that
was the
here.
idea.
Hi, Eileen.
I know, it's wonderful.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Philip. And hi, everybody from before. I tend to ignore it a bit more when I'm talking with someone, but I'm reading all the comments, of course. Yeah, so, and then you said, okay, let's make that leap. And how did you go about that? How do you start making something?
Well, let me just think how that happened. So I resigned in June. And the plan was to spend time enjoying the summer, lots of things around the house. You do maintenance and things, as always. And then I just put the feelers out. I decided to just create a little, a Calendly page. I joined, I'd already was a member of the Ecamm Facebook group because I wanted to help where I could. I was learning Ecamm. What better way to learn, technology and software by doing and seeing what other people had problems with. So I found that I was able to answer quite a few questions as well and things like that. And then I had a chat with Alec Johnson, and I said, should I start a Discord channel and things like that? And we got talking to other things, and I was talking to him about Ecamm, and he said, why don't you, because he said you seem to be keen to help Ecamm, why don't you just reach out to Katie and see if you can offer any help and just see what you could do? And I said, yeah, that'd be great, because I want to get more, excuse me, I wanted to get more experience and stuff like that. And I thought, well, let's have a chat with Katie. And Katie was really nice and said, well, have you thought about doing some videos and things? And so then we had this idea of doing some videos for Ecamm and helping out. And then I started doing more in the group and became a good sort of a group expert there, and was helping more people. And then she said, what about doing some videos to help people with a very basic understanding of Ecamm and taking them through the very basics? And we came up with this Ecamm Fundamentals series, which I did, I think, 4 or 5 videos. I've done some more recently on interviews and things like that. And then Creator Camp happened, and I wasn't even planning to do anything last year, just to sort of chill out, have a bit of sunshine, and then all this came about. So
you're
then I met you and a bunch of other people.
Yeah, so you're kind of easing into, because you were thinking of that as the relaxing time, so you didn't have the immediate pressure to start something and make it happen. And then, yeah, I think that's a pretty nice way to start, because if it has to earn money as quickly as possible and you're already desperate for rent, then it gets really hard, and it's probably not the best thing for being creative. And so it was all bonus on your transfer time.
And I think what we said was that we didn't want to be in a position where there's no point in just quitting one job and then having to find another one to pay for everything. So we made sure that we were in a position where we could at least take a little bit of a time out without everything, coming in. So that's what we both did. And then through advertising and just word of mouth, I got a couple of projects from customers. One guy wanted me to start doing all his remote producing on Ecamm. He's an Ecamm user, but he didn't use it very much, and he wanted me to remote produce all his video podcasts. Wow. So that was a paying project. And I'm still working with him today. And a few other people came up. So it was just a little steady stream of bits and pieces. Nothing that I wanted to work 40 hours a week. If I do 10 hours a week, something like that, that's more than enough for now, and things like that. Because I'm also recording videos and doing things around the home. And, I have a life outside of content creation. So it's just nice to try and strike a balance. And I know it's very hard to do that. And I feel very humbled and privileged to be able to just, follow my passion, and for both of us to follow our dreams for a while and see how it goes. And if nothing happens in a year's time with YouTube and the channel and stuff, then so be it. I'll do something else. But for now, I'm really enjoying it. This is my passion, and I get to meet wonderful people like yourself and have a nice following and get on people's shows. And it's great. I mean, it's just, it's all happened so quickly, it's crazy.
Great. Yeah, and you actually said it. We met at Ecamm Camp. And for me, that was my very first journey to the US, and it was...
Oh, really? Oh, wow. It was your first time in the US?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. It was so fantastic there, so great to be with so many inspiring people, and then soak up all the energy in the air and bring it back home.
Exactly. All inspired and pumped up. Did you find that it was like weird? Weird's maybe the wrong term, but when you see people online and you only see them from this.
They have legs.
And then it's like, they have legs, and
they have different heights
or whatever. Yeah, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't you think it was a bit strange just meeting people like you? I've seen you on the TV. It's like I've seen you on the TV. It's a strange experience.
Yeah,
really
actually, someone at Creator Camp said, "Yeah, I know you from the TV," because they had YouTube on the big screen.
That's funny, isn't it? It's funny.
So the funny thing is, online everyone has the same height. Then
exactly.
In real life, that's not so much the case. Yeah.
No.
So Tim was asking, are you in competition with Adrian? Who also
no. No,
It,
the
it's
other
all one
English
big
fella. I
family.
sometimes the other English chap. No,
Yeah.
Adrian's does his Ecamm Live Academy
Yeah.
and things like that. He's more specialized and doing all these different courses and things. I'm not running courses. I have no plans to do any workshops and things like that. My main goal is to support the Ecamm team. I do sort of different videos than him anyway and things like that. And I try and sort of take sort of workflows which need help, which I need help with, and then try and make them work for me. And then I'll try and, you know, get them sorted out and make them work for other people. So that's sort of the plan. But yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah, and I think it's so inspiring because you went into the Ecamm family and thought, I just want to help people and support people, and then that gave opportunities to even do some things for them. And you're now filling in even for the legendary Doc Rock.
I know. It's a bit crazy. They've let me back again tomorrow for another show. Yeah, Doc can't make it tomorrow. So just said, any volunteers? I said,
just remember to have very strong beliefs and tell everybody about them, so you can.
Okay, yeah, that's
can
not
be
me.
Doc Rock.
So, no, I'll just tell everybody about Ecamm and that's. And
okay,
you can. There's multiple ways of doing the same thing. I don't believe in telling people.
No,
absolutely,
of course.
That's funny. Yeah, big shoes to fill in. Exactly.
And Anna, Neil is not from nor in the USA. Originally,
that's right. Sunny Portugal.
Yeah, now in Portugal, and originally from the UK. So
it used to be called Europe, but not anymore.
I don't think people in the US care.
No, they understand that. No, it's an in-joke, right? It's a European thing.
And
does that mean the UK and Switzerland are both neutral now? But there you
go. Exactly. And Tim wants to know if anyone is coming to the podcast show in London in May. I didn't plan to.
I didn't even know there was one, but I don't think so. Yeah. But my Creative Amplifiers co-host, Mark, who has his own very successful podcast called Education on Fire, may be going. I don't know, but that might be something that he might be interested in because he's still in the UK. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Okay, Portugal. It's nice.
It's very nice. I was there once. Yeah, and speaking of Creative Amplifier, that also was born out of Ecamm Camp, because that was the tagline for our group where I also was in, and three of you just thought, okay, we have to make something with that, and you started a channel. So great.
Yeah, that was well, we first of all, as you know, we all got together at Creative Camp, and the plan was to create these separate teams, and I thought ours was by far the best slogan, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And the best logo, right?
Of course. And the best
was,
chant.
And the loudest, I think. And the loudest.
Course.
And we had this chant. And so after we, I got on really well with Mark and Lisa, and we sort of clicked. And as the story goes, of a one evening after a few drinks, because everything always seems much better after a few drinks, right? Why don't we do a channel? We thought, we've nothing better to do. We're all busy doing other things. Why don't we just add more work to ourselves and create another channel? So we decided to get together and think it was a good idea, but we were mindful of the logo and the name. So I did contact Katie and ask her whether it was appropriate and okay for us to do this. I told her the premise of it, that it was, to inspire and to showcase fellow Ecamm creators based around what we've all done and what we've all learned during Creator Camp, and then keep promoting and talking and chatting with like-minded people who were in the same sort of Ecamm family. And she thought it was a great idea and had no problem with it. We got the logo sent to us by Marshall, and then I guess the rest is history. We decided to put this show together, and we're booked up. It's crazy that we're taking a summer break. So after June, we're going to take a break for 3 months, and then come back with season 2, as we call it. Season 1 already, season 2, and it's just a bunch of fun, and it's much easier, as you said, before when we were talking, to have somebody with you and not try and do this on your own and just try and entertain people. And it's much easier when I've got 2 wonderful co-hosts, and it's just so easy to just split the questions and talk, and we take it in turns to be the leader of the actual show each time. So Mark, led the last call, and I think with Dan, and Lisa's gonna run with the show with James Hicks, who's actually coming on the show not next Monday, the Monday after. Yeah.
And who will be stuck with me? We'll see.
We'll draw straws for that, Marcus.
Okay,
We'll say, it's Marcus. We'll work out. Okay, I'll do it then. No, I'm just kidding. It's just kidding. It just goes round in a circle, and it's fun like that. And I was surprised at the amount of people who wanted to become a guest. And it's just nice to chat with people. And it's been great. So. Another thing, they always say, don't start another YouTube channel if your channel is really small, which mine is. I thought, well, what the hell? What difference does it make? We're all one big happy family, and it's a different thing, I'm too kind. I don't know who's saying that, but I do have wonderful co-hosts.
Probably it's Mark, because he's saying he's going to the podcast thing in London. So now we figured it out.
So Mark, you'll have to take some sort of backstage footage. We want some live streams from there. You can meet your fellow presenters, and we'll do it virtually. I don't know. That'll be fun.
So yeah,
but again, there's all these things.
He
right?
admitted to being Mark. Yeah. We were onto it.
But it's wonderful though. So much easier and great idea for accountability.
Yeah, and
it's
I'm
nice
agreeing that it's easier, of course, to do things together. But you also have your separate channels, and I think it's really important to also build up that muscle to learn how to do it alone, and to be confident enough doing it alone. And that's because it's
definitely. It's I have to say that doing the channel on your own is difficult, especially when you're trying to come up with ideas, as we spoke about before. What do you do in a live stream if you're just streaming to nobody to start with? And even if you are streaming to somebody, you've got to say something that's... I always feel that you have to provide some value to the people that are listening. At least entertainment. If it's not valuable, it's entertaining, right? And then from that point, what do you do if you have a bit of a brain freeze, or you have a bit of a creative block? So I'm always trying to find ideas, and I do take inspiration from questions that come up and things. Maybe I can talk about that. But with the Creative Amplifiers co-host, everybody's got their own channel as well.
Yeah.
Lisa has this very successful, very amazing cooking channel, and she did take a break, but she's coming back now to do more of that. And I think that's amazing how you can record all those cooking recipes, and you have 3 cameras, and it's a lot of work, and she's doing this as a solopreneur. She's the host. She's the one who's doing all the sort of the work as well, and prepping for it, and cooking at the same time. So cooking and entertaining people, and also getting.
I just have to press some buttons while I talk. That's so much easier.
I would end up chopping my finger off, things like that. Don't chop onions while you.
Yeah, and then maybe for season 2 you have to make one where Mark and you are cooking.
It has been said that we should try something. Yeah, but nothing with sharp instruments. So things like that would be good for us.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned having the feeling. Yeah, you have to provide value, and I get that sometimes when I think, okay, is this stream interesting or funny enough, and can get into your own head about it. But I had to really get more relaxed with it. So the one thing is it's online video, so people can. It's not like a theater where people are trapped until the half time. So people can just leave. And the other thing is, people are usually not expecting that you can talk without any pause and think about something. sometimes I'm wondering why are people coming back and watching this, but yeah, but obviously it has something, so we can just keep going.
I think that's the thing, and it's about finding your voice, right? You're not going to appeal to everybody. That's not how it works. And they used to say, well, oh, you're doing similar videos to such and such a body, but I may be presenting that video in a different way
Exactly.
that they may like, and they might not like the other person who's doing it. It's just a different approach. And let's be honest, nobody's paying for it, are they? And why would they? So, if this is free entertainment, this is free value for everyone.
Indeed. Yeah, but I think it's important to not get into our own heads too much about things.
Definitely. You can, like we talked about before, we can over criticize what we're doing.
Yeah.
And being on live shows is, as you said, is much more forgiving because it's live. And we can mess up and we can say things and not everything goes to plan. And that's the way it is,
Yeah, and it's part of the fun. So I often watch live streams and very seldom I go and watch them after the fact because it's just not the same. And if it's not live, then I prefer the more highly produced and polished product. But when I'm watching live, then I want to have the whole live experience as well. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Live is so much fun.
I'm finding that as well. I haven't done a ton of live streams, and I tried to make a conscious effort to say, look, I've either got to go live every Thursday at 5:00 UK and just do it. And like you said, just turn up. Even if you've got nothing to say, just turn up because somebody might be there. But it was tough at the beginning, as you can appreciate, where you're just live streaming and there's just nobody on the other end and you're looking at that little I button on Ecamm and it's still at 0 and you go, well, nobody's watching. So what do I say now? And you do run out of ideas and things, but it is more dynamic. It's just like having a conversation, right? We're living in a world where more and more people seem to be more isolated. There's a loneliness epidemic apparently going on in the US where people are so more connected than ever before, yet so more lonely. So getting out, putting yourself out there, talking to people, and just having fun, like we're doing right now, is great, and I enjoy it.
Absolutely. So. But I think we should have both. We should have online friends and also friends you can see face to face.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah. I'm not locked in this room. I do go out sometimes. But yeah, I see what you mean.
But the room looks pretty great. I'm a bit jealous of your background.
It's very tiny, actually. I mean, people do ask me about this background, and so I'm just to let you know, I'm in a very small attic space, and it's covered in sort of foam things because I do music in here as well. So I've got there's a keyboard behind me over here.
Wow, nice.
And it's a very simple lighting setup. It's just 2 little lights here, just like a light dome here and an Elgato light to my right and 2 tube lights behind me. That's it. And they're just RGB tube lights and that's it. There's nothing else. I just like a dark room. I don't like like being on a soap opera or QVC, it's where it's super bright. And my old eyes can't take it anyway, so I like it to be a little bit darker in the background, and that's it. And I just try and keep it simple and easy. I'm a bit of a not perfectionist, but I do like messing around in terms of positioning the camera somewhere else. So we should have another camera angle. So I've got like a couple of cameras set up, as you saw probably today on the live stream. So it's nice just to have different angles and things and stuff, but so thank you. It's a small space. It's not
okay. It's just what you're making of it. And I just have this boring cupboard behind me, so I put a lamp in there and also some lights. And
I like the lamp. Yeah, it's good. And what are you using as your sort of main key light for your face? Then? Do you have the
Elgato key light, and I bounce it from the wall because then it doesn't interfere too much with glasses and everything.
Yeah.
So
glasses are a pain, aren't they, when it comes to lights? Because if I look up, the light reflects there, and I've got a teleprompter, the Elgato prompter, and I turn the brightness down because that can reflect as well.
Yeah, I have that now too, and now since I plugged it in directly, it doesn't give up on me anymore, because that was so frustrating. when
did it just sort of disappear or something? Did it just go offline and things?
And then you start to watch into the other monitor and think, okay, but I had a prompter to look exactly into the camera, and now it's even worse than before. Yeah, but now I really like it now. And you also made a great video about the beta software for the prompter, and I immediately got that because there are great improvements in there. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I found it through Twitter. There was somebody I've got a couple of Twitter. I don't use Twitter that often. Maybe I should, but I'll ask you that question in a minute about Twitter, whether you use it or not. And I just found that the people were asking questions about the beta version of the Elgato software. I was like, okay. I didn't even know that there was one, because they don't really advertise it. They don't push it to you and say there's a beta version. I didn't even know there was a Camera Hub beta. So I thought, well, I'll download it and have a look. And I thought, oh, it's got all these features. Let me try and make a video. The same day I got it, I just installed it, played with it for 5 minutes, and thought, I'll tell you what, I'll just record a video and see what I can do. And yeah, it's helped people a lot, I think, which is nice. And I did one before on the Elgato, fixing the problems for Mac users, because that was a pain. I couldn't get mine to work properly. And I had people pinging me saying, can you get yours to work? I'm like, nope, but I'll have a go. And yeah, so that's, again, a lot of the videos that I make are just based around like problem solving, which is what I used to do in IT as well. I used to sort of, problem solve networks and things like that. But this gets far more complicated though sometimes. Like, I don't know why your software's not working. Oh my God, no.
Yeah, and then you just have to figure it out. But yeah, with your background, you're already used to figure things out and explain things. That's, of course, an advantage there.
Sometimes, yes. Software. I thought I'd never get into playing with software again, but here we are again, messing around with software. I was going to ask you, do you use Twitter a lot, or do you not use Twitter at all? What's your sort of things?
I mean, I have it installed. I've used it. I sometimes get notifications, but I can't be bothered to really go in there heavily. So, yeah, online I have an app for the newspaper, the classic newspaper, and I read it in the way it's in the order it was in the printed newspaper, and then my other online thing is YouTube, and
that's it.
Yeah, and get my news from there. Exactly.
There's too many social platforms. I find it complicated too.
Yeah, and how to keep up with it. That's especially as creator, and then you have to think about and should I post everywhere? I mean, I had a short phase where I experimented with making some shorts, dedicated shorts, and as long as I had them, I put them on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, because why not? And,
right. Yeah. And did it help you? Did it help the channel?
Not really. I still get followers on Instagram, and I think I have no idea why. Yeah, maybe I should try to go vertical on YouTube and Instagram, and let's play a bit more with that. I was thinking about doing the show today in vertical format, and then I wasn't quite ready with setting the layouts up and everything, but maybe we try next week, and could be fun.
I had this crazy idea of doing a show on Tuesday evenings. I only done one as a test in that vein. So just having it go to YouTube. So it's a vertical show. So it's just YouTube and Instagram, multi-streaming from Ecamm Live. And that was it. And just set a couple of layouts. Because I know Marilu does that, right? And we sometimes join her show. And it seems to work. I mean, I like the format sometimes. And if it's more informal and you're just chatting and you're not showing any demonstration or screen sharing, then why not? And if it helps, so that's my plan. So I'll try and go live on Tuesday at 10 my time, be a bit late for you, 11. But mind you, you join Marilou's channel and it's probably like 1 a.m. for you sometimes, right?
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm going to bed, it's 12. So
okay. I'm a night owl, yeah.
Oh, are you? Okay, well, that helps then. That helps.
Yeah, but I think, we should really experiment a bit with vertical, especially vertical live stream on YouTube. It's really the quality you get right now there is mediocre, and so there is always room for trying something, and maybe someone likes it.
Yeah, as we said in the pre-show, when I was scrolling through, there was a guy sleeping, and he was getting more views than I get. So there's always hope. There's always hope.
So maybe we should try sleeping.
We get a lot more views if we just sleep in front of the camera. I mean, that's easy.
We can test that out. Yeah, we were also talking about 24-hour live stream, and if we were allowed to sleep on that, then it sounds more doable suddenly.
Could be. Oh, you could have co-hosts and you just like do a follow the sun model where we all pop in at different times.
Yeah, you already have 2 co-hosts, so you could do 24 hours.
I need somewhere in the middle as well, because Mark and I are on the same time zone. So we need Mark can sleep in the evening, and I'll get up and do the morning shift or something.
We'll but yeah, I don't know how could we talk for hours. Maybe we could.
If alcohol's involved, I'm sure we could. It would just get progressively worse, though, wouldn't it? We'd slow up, and it would be terrible, but fun.
Yeah, but I just remember the show you do on Creative Amplifier. I really like it because it's a proper show. So you have an interview block, but then you also have some recurring things with merch on the perch and a quiz, and it feels kind of nice to have a show format. How did you come up with that?
That is a very good question. I hope Mark's still here. He won't be able to answer that. How do we come up with it? So I think, well, the quiz thing we always wanted. Yeah, Mike, you'll have to answer this question. So we always wanted to have a sort of a run of show. American co-host. Somebody's pointing. I'll have American co-host. We'll wait. So the Creative Amplifiers show format, we decided that we wanted to have something that was repeatable. So we'd always have a guest slot, and we thought we'd make the guest slot around 30 minutes. And we always wanted to have a quiz, something like 2 or 3 questions, just to either be related to Ecamm, something related to the guest, and maybe some other general knowledge thing related to what we do as content creators. And the merch on the perch, I think that came from Mark. I think we were thinking about, well, everybody likes Ecamm. The new merch store was coming up. We knew about people always wear the t-shirts and things. And we thought, well, what would be a good idea if we could take photographs and just have that merchandise showcased to, 1, promote Ecamm's merch, and 2, let the audience send in their photographs of their merch. And it might be, in a foreign place. It might be somewhere that you wouldn't expect to see it, things like that. So I think it was Mark that came up with merch on the perch, though. And then we thought, well, let's just stick to this format. Let's make the intro, guest, questions. And the Creator Showcase thing was something we wanted to do as well. We wanted to have like a little nod to the creators that we met at Creator Camp, and then other creators that we've worked with, or that we like, or that we just, follow. And every show we will just do a shout out to them. We did 3 at a time at the beginning, and we thought we'd just make it now as one creator that we would showcase every show, because then it's nicer, it's a bit more personal to them instead of going through 3. But you were on our first one.
Yeah, so I heard that. The first one is the one I missed because I had no idea that you even exist with that show. So
there you go. We did try and promote it on the Facebook group, but it's not. It wasn't easy to do that, and we were mindful that we can't do.
I found
promotion,
you eventually, but
I know.
My shout out, I missed it. I missed it. Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, and
no
Mark
problem.
is answering. We wanted to have an easy way for people to get involved. Sharing pictures was the way to do that. and also a way
There you
to
go.
promote their channel. Yeah, so
It's great because then, we can tell people what they do, and they can go and sub, and it's about helping and promoting others. And we're all starting, and we're all at different levels. Some people have 20,000 subscribers. Some people have 500. So some of them, whatever it might be, where they're at. Some people have just started. So it's nice to get people from all walks of the creator journey and talk to them about how they started. And we all have one thing in common, right? We all use or participate in some form of workflow with Ecamm, whether it be just for podcasting, recording, live streaming, or all of the above. And that's the common thing that brings everybody together. Not saying we won't talk to other people, but there are other people. But it's just about the creator journey and sharing that.
But you wouldn't talk to OBS people, wouldn't you? No, just kidding.
Add a push. No, I mean, everything's got its place, right? Everything's got its place.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, that's why it's fun. Can I ask how long have you been using Ecamm for then? Just out of interest, when did you start?
So the channel started, over 2 years now. So.
Oh wow! Yeah. So 2 years.
I think
and what made you,
August it will be 3 years. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I found it during the pandemic. I was looking. Initially, I was just looking how to make things look better for meetings, and just have a bit of fun and play with things. And then I found Ecamm, and I found Live Streaming Pros. And I was doing their channel challenge, live everything every day in April. I did that, and then I did it again in August. And then people there said, "Yeah, you have to go live in public." And what? Why? No. Then I just did it.
All right, cool. So that gave you the strength to do that, because I've never done that challenge. So what is that challenge? It's you have to go just live into the group.
They're not doing it in that form anymore. It's now a 5-day challenge. But it was you go live 30 days in a row in a closed group and talk about stuff.
Right.
Okay. Mark says, live research for the show. So now you're already. He's writing things down for April 1st, and it's no April Fool. I will be there.
Good.
And Tim was initially on StreamYard. Yeah, I think Ecamm gives you really the flexibility to do all kinds of fancy stuff. I'm not even sure if someone who is an absolute beginner and just wants to try getting live could probably go live from the browser and just try it first. But I think Ecamm has not too steep of a learning curve, and they're very good at hiding the more complex stuff. So you get the easy stuff, you can do all that, and then if you go deeper, you can do the more complex stuff as well. They're pretty good at that. Yeah.
I had initially had a look at StreamYard because back before, when I first moved to Portugal, my internet connection, I mentioned it today in the live show, was terrible, right? I was just using a 4G dongle. So it was, I couldn't even watch. When I was on a Zoom call with work, I said to my wife, "Don't do anything on the internet. I'm on a Zoom call.
Hands off. Yep.
It will kill it." Because it was so terrible. So I ended up not having internet for a while. And then my customer, actually one of my customers that I work with, said, "Have you heard of Starlink?" And I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And it's been life-changing. So using Starlink now has enabled me to go live. But I originally started looking at browser-based services because of my internet connection, and the Mac I was using at the time wasn't very powerful. So I thought, well, it's the easiest way, right? It's the simplest way to just mess around. And then, there we go. And then we started off using, I looked at Ecamm and thought, well, this is better. And because I liked the video production side, I have a bit of a video production background. This was much easier for me to get into, and much more flexible, as you said. Being able to change anything pretty much that you want was great, and it's just been evolving over the last. I mean, it's
Absolutely,
changed so
yeah.
much, hasn't it? Over the last 12 months.
They're coming
Crazy.
up with new features all the time. And I really hope they will also give us a feature where we can go live vertical and landscape at the same time. That would probably be a good thing. But
That would be
probably
great.
not so easy. Again, they'll have to figure out how to make that so people are not too confused while using it. So.
Yeah, it's all about the UI, isn't it? If the interface is confusing for people, I mean, the back end is probably technically easy for them to do that, but how do you present it? I mean, OBS, I can't say that word, on these shows, but I'll say it again. But OBS has got this little plugin that they use. So their interface, have you seen it, right? Where they've got the sort of.
I know that I have the plugin. I've never seen it myself, but. Yeah, the one thing I would say speaks for OBS are exactly plugins, so you probably could fulfill needs that other software will not do for you. But then you also have to go to all the hassle of researching it, learning it, hoping that it doesn't break. Yeah, so probably not really worth it. Yeah.
No. So technically, I hope it's possible, and if they can do that within Ecamm and have the different resolutions being broadcast, because we know you can do it in YouTube because we've all tested it, and you can do YouTube, multiple streams within, a couple of minutes of each other or even seconds of each other. That's no problem from YouTube's perspective. It's just a matter of getting it, and I tried a workflow where
if you want to do it with YouTube right now, you would have to run Ecamm on 2 computers, and that really doesn't sound so much fun.
I did try it, but not with 2 computers. I actually did. So I did a 16:9 in Ecamm and sent that to YouTube, and then Ecamm's virtual camera and mic, I pushed then to Restream. In a vertical format, and it basically worked. So I was streaming on both. That was the easiest workflow. And Restream's free, right? You can get a free Restream account, and it'll do up to like 720, I think, 720p for a vertical.
Yeah, but it still sounds like a bit of a headache too.
Oh, it's not easy because you have to start. It's. I want like you. I want one button, and I'm going live to 2 places now.
Yeah, exactly.
And make it easy. I mean, that's the thing. Hopefully we can do that at some point.
Tim says with Ecamm you just need bandwidth. Yeah, for multi-streaming, of course. Yeah. Because
that's why I use
the
Restream.
Other platforms, they take it and they put it out there for you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
or you have to get
Pocket 3. I'll have to do more with that. Yeah, absolutely.
You have a Pocket 3, right?
Yeah, and I love it, but.
Have you tried going live with it? Does it work in a live stream environment?
I tried it once, and what I read later is that you probably have to also put Go Live on the YouTube Studio. So it's, Ecamm is auto starting. Yeah, and Keith sent me some tutorials how to do it, but. I think if I want to go live on the fly, then probably the phone is easier to do it. Yeah. Okay, what is Roy saying? I'm not sure the benefit of going live to both, having to stay in the middle the whole time. No, that is what we were talking about, Roy. Is if there were a dedicated feature in Ecamm, then you could arrange different scenes where you are landscape in the one and vertical in the other. But that's maybe in the future, or if you're willing to hack with it. Yeah.
I think Roy was saying though as well, like even if you do go 16:9 and you're streaming vertically, you do have to stay in the middle, because if you were going over here on 16:9, it'd be fine, but then you just disappear on the vertical side. So it's a bit of a
but if I have
pain,
different scenes to set up, then I could probably have at least
yeah,
some leeway. I mean, if you go to YouTube and Instagram, then you have to have all right now. Then YouTube is landscape, and then you have to be with everything important. That in the middle, yeah. Who knows?
hopefully.
Victor is in the house. Victor, I'm not sure. Is it the first time you're here? At least with basic network and streaming. Hi, you get a welcome confetti. Yes, and Keith is confirming you have to open the YouTube studio. But then when I'm outside and I want to go live, I don't have a YouTube studio open. So
it's difficult, right?
yeah. Okay, and Victor, of course, uses 2 computers and 3 networks, including his own, and all the things. Yeah.
He uses his supercomputer to broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he travels, he brings his own network. So that's that's your basic introduction to Victor. Yeah. Yeah, so many fun things to do and to try and to play along with. Yeah. So
Definitely.
yeah, for vertical, I want to make a layout where in the lower third of the video is nothing important because the comments will overlay that. So
yeah, I'll send you I created a little overlay. I don't know if I've got it now. Just a reference one for where is it? Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I created that. You can. I'll send it to you. It's just so the idea is that the Ecamm comments will go where the Ecamm comments it says here, and because that's when you go vertical, you know, there's all this stuff at the bottom here, right? This bottom, as you said, third, and this is typically where the Ecamm comments fit well. You know, if you just stand up a little bit or whatever. But so yeah, I'll send you that.
But I also have to make a layout where we can have 2 cameras up and then but we'll figure it all out. And then I think it even depends a bit on the resolution, on the aspect ratio of the phone, how much you see on the left and right. But we'll figure it all out. Okay, and Keith is saying I can open YouTube in the browser. Yeah, but again, it just sounds like pain. But maybe for just trying, could do that because
not
I'm all
something
about
you want to do every week.
experimenting. Okay, and Victor says you know me well. Only about 3 network with me in the Philippines. Yeah, okay.
Oh wow.
Okay. I hope you have a good time there in the Philippines and
traveling with your networks. That's crazy.
Yeah. You know, if you want a good network, you have to do it yourself. Yeah, but it's your professional background, so I don't have to explain it to you. But I guess
it's impressive that he takes his network with him. It's really cool.
Yes, exactly, Victor. Tell Ola we said hey. And did her event start? I'm not up to date. I'm subscribed to it, but I don't even know. But I'm just not good with keeping up with all the things going on. So give me a notification or it's not happening.
That's why I like Instagram Live, because it's almost instant, isn't it? You know, when people go live on Instagram, it's like it pops up there and you can see it. And I think it's a bit more dynamic. I don't know whether you've done much Instagram or watched many Instagram Live, should I say. I've only tried to go live a couple of times, but it seems to be people do get engaged with you if you've got a few people on Instagram as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have to try both.
Really have to try that as well then, Okay, Lala's event is starting today, and Victor's an early riser, or maybe still a bit of jet lag. Okay, so let's see how that and what else have you planned for your future? Fun things, serious things?
Well, let's get winter out the way because it's still raining a little bit and so on. But really, just focusing on doing more of the content, creating more sort of videos. As I said, the Creative Amplifiers show, we've got guests now until June, so that keeps us busy with the research and doing the run of shows and things. My main thing as well is I like music. I like recording music and things. I haven't had a huge amount of time in the last few years to do that, so I'd like to get back and do a bit more recording and just my own production stuff and just playing around with that. It's fun. And always trying to find different ways of doing different workflows and experimenting with software. So I'm trying to compile a list of ideas so I can either make them live videos or pre-recorded content. But as you know, it's not always easy to come up with these ideas. And I use Chat GPT sometimes to see if I can get some ideas out of it. And I heard it had a wobble the other day. Was it yesterday or the day where it was spitting out Spanglish, they were saying? People were putting in prompts and it was spitting out a mixture of English and Spanish at the same time,
that sounds great.
which wasn't easy to read.
Maybe
so I think it had a bit of a meltdown.
Fired now.
Had a bit of a meltdown, I think. But that's my main plan really, is just do more of the same. I've got a few more videos to finish for Ecamm, for the fundamental series. And that's about it. And the plan, if all goes well, is I'd like to be at Creator Camp again this year with my fellow Creative Amplifiers team, if that's possible. I know they've announced it, but again, it's just, funding and timing and things like that and so on. And I don't know if it's going to be the same price or whatever. Is that something you would consider this year, or?
Sorry?
Is that something you would consider this year to go again?
I'm really considering it. I mean, but just because it's fun. I mean, it's not the business for me, but it's really nice to meet the people. Yeah. I'm strongly considering it. Let's say it like that.
Okay, that'd be great. Well, we are too. We're planning. That's the plan. But yeah, it'd be nice to see some familiar faces there.
With your new channel, you can live stream from the camp to the camp.
From the camp to the camp. Exactly right. That'd be good. Well, but then we need people to talk to, so you have to be there. You have to be there.
Yeah.
Simple as that, Marcus.
Yeah, by now I'm happy to talk. So that is one of the great things. If you start live streaming, you learn to be happy with just go and talk about something, especially if it's maybe not in your nature before. Yeah. Oh, and Roy plans even to bring his wife with him. Great.
Fantastic.
Great. Yeah. I specifically don't want my girlfriend with me there because I think then I would focus more on her and less on talking with people and thinking, oh no, she just what would she do there? But yeah, I'd love to meet her. And Stan, not looking good. Okay, let's hope something happens. Yes, a little late, Janet, but that's okay. Yeah. Mark noticed. Make.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything, Roy, but
okay. That went just by me. Because maybe because English is not my first language. I just but I'm sure he meant that the Roy way. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Time is flying, so people can find you at Neil Fairmont. Yes. Did I even pronounce that right? I forgot it.
You did. You did. Perfect.
Well, it was just a lucky guess. Usually I ask before, but
no, that's perfect.
Okay, so Roy explains it strongly and lovely encouraging.
That's better, Roy.
Yeah. And
we don't believe you, but yeah, it's better.
And I have a feeling that she is not one who lets herself make things too. Who knows? Yeah, but we understand what you mean.
We get the gist.
And we love to meet people. It's really great. Yeah, I think I just have to go again. Yeah, it's Really great.
Definitely.
And let's see. I was at the dentist today, and let's see what the rest of the year dentist-wise will bring. Maybe I can't go after that.
Oh my!
No,
Hopefully
no,
nothing
no.
too terrible.
No, we'll make it work. So she's a redhead. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah. That's what I figured. Glad to clear that up before we wrap it up here. Yeah, just go and check Neil out, and also check out Creative Amplifiers. I guess that would be at Creative Amplifiers
that's
on
right. Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah,
Thank you so much.
exactly. So it's a lot of fun there, and if you still not have seen enough of me, then you also can catch me there April 1st.
Yes.
Exactly.
Looking forward to having you on the show. And yeah, you'll have to tell us a few things about you, and then we'll quiz people on it. There you
Okay.
go. We'll see.
Okay. So we're bringing
see.
out all the secrets. Okay.
Well, only ones you want to disclose on live
of
TV, of course.
and I guess I have to switch here to the credits real fast. No, they don't. Where are they? Credits are here, and our VIP supporters, and I have to amend the credits. Didn't come around to do that yet, but we have also Katie Simpson now as supporter, and yeah, I'll be back next week. Just let me check real quick before I tell something that is not true. Next week is the 29th. So the 29th is not only a day we only get all 4 years a bonus day, it's also the day where Roy, Tech Troublemaker, will be here on the channel, and we will talk about the fun and the hardship and everything that makes us create and go live and do all the things. But yeah, Neil, thank you so very much. It was great fun, great conversation, exactly. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. Thanks a
See
lot.
you around. Thanks. Bye. I have to find the button. Bye.